In Neil Gaiman's The Sandman, the presence of religious element is associated with dream. Humans' dreams bring forth the creation of religion. With dreams, humans starts to create. We human beings are weak. We would like to have somebody to depend on and seek comfort from. This abstract desire grows and transforms in the form of a concrete religious figure, such as Jesus Christ in Christianity, or in Sandman, Morpheus, and other gods. According to Oxford English Dictionary, dream means a vision of the fancy voluntarily or consciously indulged in when awake, especially as being unreal or idle. A way of life considered to be ideal by a particular nation or group of people. And religion means action or conduct indicating a belief in, reverence for, and desire to please a divine ruling power. Recognition on the part of man of some higher unseen power as having control of his destiny, and as being entitled to obedience, reverence, and worship. The general mental and moral attitude resulting from this belief with reference to its effect upon the individual or the community. If people's vision of the fancy is reflected in their action, which indicates a belief in a divine ruling power, it then illustrates the presence of religion. In the following, the first part provides evidence in the book to show the correlation between dream and religion. In the second part, psychological evidence is used to demonstrate human creates religion by dream. The first example can be found in the chapter A Hope in Hell. It shows one of the most significant evidence that dream helps create religion. From traditional religious point of view, dead people bring along their unfinished tasks to their afterlife. Going to heaven or hell depends on their behavior when they were alive. So, demons also possess desires, which include living hell, as told by Morpheus at the end of the chapter. Morpheus' reference to their desire established a sense of religious belief here. After Morpheus successfully parades demons, he walks away in the crowd when demons move aside. Indeed, this scene reproduced the famous scene in the Bible, when Moses leads Israel across the Red Sea. Morpheus shares a similar role with Moses. Though Morpheus does not explicitly help demons escape from hell, his words give hope to them. His words solidify their desire and create a belief that demons can also leave hell someday. So, Morpheus can be considered as a religious figure. With the power of dream, religion is created. The second example is found in the first chapter in the book. It demonstrates the power of human desire. It begins with Waldrich Berger's desire to bind death and attain immortality. His desire of getting eternal life motivates his search on different methods to bind death. His desire established his belief in the presence of different gods, who are considered as religious figures. He then passes his ambition and belief onto his son, Alex, after his death. Alex also wants power and immortality. He believes he can bargain these things with Morpheus. That's why he imprisoned him to make the deal. From this, we can see that Alex is similar to his father in terms of religious belief. Their desire helps create it, though both of them suffer from it at last. The third example is from the chapter Dream a Little Dream of Me. Rachel is living like a corpse before Constantine and Morpheus' arrival. She relies on Morpheus' bed of sand to live. Her dependence on the porch of sand indicates her addiction to superpower. Once she discovered the magic power, her abusive usage of sand leads to her addiction and reliance on it. Her desire of superpower impels her to continuously use the sand, which can be considered as a representation of Morpheus. Thus, dream and religion is connected. The fourth example is from the chapter 24 Hours. Every person starts to have his normal life at the beginning of this chapter, talking on phone, rushing to work, or having his lunch. However, when John Dee starts to step into their lives, they can only act according to their own dreams, rather than doing what they should be doing. Their dream of the ideal life becomes the biggest source of motivation to live. People act according to their desires, ignoring all the rules and laws. They worship John Dee as their god. His highest status is shown when he is carrying on the man's shoulder while having a mini parade in the restaurant. John Dee's possession of Morpheus' ruby gives him the power to control human beings. Without desires, John Dee can do nothing even though he owns the ruby. It is the presence of dreams in people's mind lead to the rise of John Dee's power in this restaurant, which is a creation of belief.